Good morning. This is the 21st of July 2024, and I'm making this video. It's a slideshow of the progress. What I'm showing you now is what was the subject of a lot of discourse between me and the HOA for the last few years. I started this 3 years ago. It's a mound. It doesn't look that big, but there's a lot to it, a lot of dirt. The reason I put this here is because of I felt I was a target walking point for the senior tee box on the 6th tee. I'm only about 40 or 50 yards from that tee box, just offline and downrange. So right here where I'm scanning my cursor, that was an open gate, a portal for every golfer to hit a ball up here. No matter where along this line of houses, all the way to the green, if somebody hit a ball up here, the first thing they did was walk up to this white post right here, which is the out of bounds marker. You're safe until you hit a ball in my yard as far as out of bounds. But people routinely, whenever a ball was hit up in these houses, but I'm going to move on. I got one more to show you. That's the front side of it. I have my Adirondack chairs, my wind vane, and my wind speed indicator. My Adirondack chairs, a bird feeder. But that's before I started, and this video is to give a presentation to the lawyers of this is what it looked like from the back side. This was a pole I had taken and put in the ground for the wind vane. It's gone. This mound now is gone. This tree wasn't here when I bought the lot. I had a clear view of the lake, but as soon as I bought the lot, they planted that tree about 20 years ago, and now I don't have much of a view of the lake. But to press on, let's go back right, and I'll get out of this. We'll go to the front of this display, which is okay. All right, these bags, I must have had over 100 bags. 100 bags that were approximately 100 pounds apiece. And these bags, I had sifted the rock, and the only rock that was in them was pebble rock. It wouldn't go through a 1/2-inch sifter, or it wouldn't go through a 1/4-inch sifter, but it would go through a 1/2-inch sifter. And I had tons and tons of that rock when I would take the Sundance blend from West Valley Rock and sift it. I'd have to sift it twice. But these bags are, I sewed them, Sunbrella fabric, lined with landscape fabric. They're about 100 pounds each, and I had over 100 of them in this mound with other things. Let's continue. Here, this was started approximately the 12th, 13th, or 14th of June. We had one of the hottest Junes we've ever had here in Arizona. That week, me and my partner, took us about a week to take that mound down. And I'll keep going, but here he is, we're starting, and we're getting into where we're uncovering the sandbags with rock. So we nibbled at it every day. This was like the first or second day, and those days it was 113-degree heat. I think we broke records that week. For the week that we started around the 14th all the way up to about the 20th to 21st of June. Hot every day. We started early in the morning, but we uncovered it a little bit at a time, and I had a lot of cement in it. I put sandbags, cement. I had this little thing here that was like a well, wishing well. But there it is. But we're nibbling at it. You can see where we're taking dirt away from here. We're taking dirt away from here. And each day during that week, we took more and more. And to explain to you, this is the pile of rock that came out of that pile. I had a lot of sandbags. I had about 30, maybe 35 sandbags that they came apart as I was taking them out of the pile. They broke apart. So this is what was inside of them. Like I said, this is sifted. These are 5-gallon buckets. Another byproduct of the sifting is sand, fine sand. So these buckets are all filled with fine sand, and I capped them with cement. So they're like dead men. They were dead men. They took up space along with the sandbags. Here's a lot of cement block right here that I also incorporated in brick and cement block. I incorporated in the pile as I was building it. It took me 3 years to complete, and we tore it apart in 1 week. One of the hottest weeks ever for a June in the summer was 2024, and my friend and I, in 1 week, took it apart. I'll keep going. All these bricks, I took them apart one by one, stacked them up. They're gone. Here we have a little bit of residual left. This is one of the last days we were working on it, but it's gone. And I can prove to you, I proved to you it's gone. Here's the sandbags. Nearly half of these sandbags are gone, but it got so hot, and right now we're in another excessive heat warning. After that week in June, from about the 14th to the 21st, I was pretty beat up. I had worked out here 3 hours every morning for 2 to 3 hours every morning, hauling heavy weight, working dry, and I'd had enough. But I used over 100 sandbags. Here's another tub filled with sand and cement. It was a dead man. It took up space in the pile. But here's what I have left over is swing set is gone. I had this swing. These right here are, I may have, it may take me a little time to get rid of them. And the sandbags, because of the heat. I had someone to take the sandbags, but it got so hot here in the last 2 weeks. From the person took maybe 10 or 20 sandbags and all the cement. All the cement is gone. Anything that was cement, molded cement, is gone. And half of the sandbags are gone. And I still have to get rid of these. But I am asking the Homeowners Association, HOA, to give me a little latitude. Me and my partner did this in 1 week. I'm 75. Okay, I was pretty beat up, and the heat here, everybody agrees this is the hottest summer we've ever had. June and July in Phoenix have never been hotter than they are right now, and I need a little relief from the heat. I don't want to be lifting 100. These each weigh 100 pounds apiece, approximately. The sandbags all weigh 100 pounds apiece. All right, I have 2 piles that have to be spread over. This is going to take time. Okay, it took me 3 years to build it and 1 week to tear it apart, and I have more landscaping to do. I'm going to do more drainage. But this is as far as I've got so far. This is during the last day, one of the last days. All that brickwork is gone. All this brick and cement is gone. I'm getting rid of a lot of stuff, but because of the heat, we were doing very well, but it started getting into the 110s every day. Every day, 115, 113, 112, I didn't want to work out here, so I'm hoping that I responded. The wind chimes are gone; they're not hanging anymore. The pile's gone. It was done by the 27th of June, so I made the deadline. But I do need a little latitude, time-wise, to get rid of everything that was in the pile and to sculpt this for drainage. I have a lot of work right here now, filling this all in again to make it look presentable and to make it drain properly. And the reason I had to do all this in the first place was because of improper drainage that was developed onto my lot. Like I said, about half of those are gone, and they're pretty good quality. They're sunbrella lined with landscape fabric and filled with pebble stone. They all weigh about 100 pounds apiece, except these little ones. They're half of that. But I need a little time to get rid of these. And these. Those are all basically, it's sand filled with cement on top. Sand filled with cement on top. The top couple of inches are cement, and they hold the sand in place. But this was one of the last days. We worked hard, pretty wore out. These plants, I don't know if I can save them. Right now they look kind of ugly out there, but when I start working, it cools down, I'll start working and trimming with them. But it's so hot. There's no golfers, hardly any golfers. The golf course is a ghost town the last month because of the heat. Unbearable heat. But I'm at the end of my presentation. I hope whoever views this will realize that the reason I put this here was because I was being assaulted by golfers and trespassers day in and day out. And my only defense was to stop, put a barrier here. And I've complied with everything I had to comply with. But please give me a few days when it cools down to get rid of all the stuff. And one more thing before I close. I want to deal with the HOA. I don't want to deal with the lawyer. All right? I want to deal with the HOA. Send out an HOA representative who represents who is the final word, can give me the final stamp of okay. So I don't want to go through this again. Please, I'm inviting you, come out, inspect my yard. Set it up the way you want it. All right, I understand now that I have no ownership of my yard. I have no ownership of my yard. The golf course has ownership of it. They can fly balls into it all day. They don't have to change a thing. I've got a history of thousands of people and thousands of golf balls entering my yard right through here, all the way from here, all the way down. Balls are flying in my yard, and I have no defense, no remedy, no recourse. Okay? So give me a little time to clean up my yard, and please send someone out here to design my yard landscaping, and I promise you I will not touch it the rest of the time I'm here. I won't even think about doing anything to my yard. I understand now that the HOA owns my yard and the golf course owns my yard. All I have is the house, or the space that the house is in. All right? Thank you for listening. I'm going to forward this to Caroline Clinton. She can forward it to whoever she wants to, the board members, the lawyers. But I'm complying with a request from the lawyer for pictures that I've complied, and I have. Please come by, make an appointment. Come by my house, make an appointment, send me a letter, give me a call. We'd like to come over, look at your yard, and I'm begging you to do this because I don't want to go through this again. Right now I've got an empty canvas, a blank slate. Please come over and tell me what I can do and what I can't do. And I have a few things I still have in the yard, and if you tell me to get rid of them, whatever. But please, let's not close this out officially with fines or monetary penalties or anything else until you come over and inspect my yard officially. Give me a document that says you've met our qualifications. Here's your document. As long as you don't ever touch anything, we'll be copacetic. And you can let all the golfers and all the golfer balls come in your yard as you want. And for every broken solar panel and window that you get from the golf course, that you agree that it's your responsibility. That you agree that it was an accident and that you will fix the broken window as the homeowner. Thank you for listening.